Hello and welcome to a Darktide video. Today I will be showing you an updated psyker build. As you may know, there has been an update that has changed four characters' talent trees, and I'll show you the best builds that I've found for them. So I choose the dueling sword because it's my personal preference. I think it's the best weapon in the game. Still, they haven't nerfed it like I thought they would. And it's mobile. You know, it's good for crushers. Now that their, health got doubled, you need it basically. And then Inferno Staff, because everything else in the game that's not a boss or a crusher can die from this weapon. And it's also good for crowd control. It's just really useful. For the blessings, I chose Uncanny Strike and Agile. You could choose like the dodging for precision damage blessing, but I just like Agile because it's just nice to have infinite dodges. You want for perks Carapace and melee weak spot damage. For the Inferno Staff, I chose Flak Armored and increased critical strike chance, and Blazed Away and Warp Nexus for critical chance and more damage. Pretty standard. For Curios, all toughness, health, and ability. You could choose like stamina or block efficiency or gunner resistance, but because psyker is such a squishy guy still, I just chose health and toughness for the perks. So for talents, it's a little bit different. The toughness keystones got buffed. So like before it was 5, now it's 10. Before it was like not even it wasn't even like 2.5. It was like something minuscule, but now they actually gave you a bunch of toughness buffs, which is really nice. So I chose every single toughness one, and also perilous combustion because it's really helpful. You basically want to choose everything in here except for battle meditation. I don't think you need it. I'd go to brain burst because it's the best one. They buffed it. It's nice. I'd go down here to the left a little bit because you could go for this keystone and here, but you get more critical chance, which I think this build really needs, because with more critical chance, you get basically double the speed of your burn stacks, which basically lowers your time to kill like by half, which is really nice. Another must-have one is Just a Dream. So you want these three, but Just a Dream is really important because it basically cuts down damage you take by like a quarter, which doesn't seem like huge bonkers, but it is when you really need every single resistance you can get on this class. And also with the warp, cuts it down by a third. So these two together basically synergize really well. I chose shield. You could go with Venting Shriek, but it already has good burn because you're using the Pregatus Staff, and also the Plasma Gunners are overpowered, so you kind of need it now for Havoc. You want to come down here to basically Warp Siphon because you want your bubble up as fast as possible. And the only thing that's really different is I chose Psychic Vampire instead of in Fire Reborn because they fixed it. Before it was if you like applied fire and a teammate killed, it counts as your kill, so you get the thing. But now that they fixed that, Psychic Vampire is just better. You get it more often because you don't have to worry about making sure your enemy dies. You can and you'll be with the team most of the time. I think that Essence Harvest is better than Inner Tranquility just because toughness regen is amazing. And yeah, I think that's about it for this build. Thank you for watching.